Madam Speaker. Thank you, Madam Speaker, for giving this chance to speak my people who elected me very humanly. First, I want to thank the people of Udaya constituency for granting me this opportunity to serve them in this house. My commitment to them is I will work together to make Udaya great. Udaya members, as you know, is a constituency that has its part in the history of Kenya. For being home of the third president of Kenya, His Excellency Mwai Kibaki. May his soul rest in eternal peace. As a way of honoring him, his input to his nation, as a way of honoring his input to this nation, I will work extra hard to ensure Udaya will be a model constituency where all will have equal opportunity. Let me congratulate you, Mr. Speaker, sir, and all the members elected in this House. Going to the President's speech, let me start by congratulating the President and his deputy for their well-deserved victory. Having gone through the speech, I want to talk about the commitment to implement pledges and commitments set out in Kenya Kwanza Manifesto. First, I'm looking forward to seeing farmers, more so from Udaya, benefit from the plan laid out by our President on agriculture. Our significant intervention toward greater production will investing in irrigation water for the small-scale tea farmers to scale our productivity in agriculture. I also concur with our President's speech on the provision of land for affordable housing, provision to access cheap and sustainable funding for the targeted population. Equally, the commitment by the President to inject Kenya shilling 50 billion to the Hustler Fund per year to enable small-scale traders to access available credit will go a long way in creating employment opportunity to our youth. Honorable Speaker, the President committed to restructure NHIF will liberate Kenyans and their families from the threat of becoming poor every time a family member fell ill. On infrastructure, I concur with the public-private partnership framework to improve our current infrastructure. In conclusion, I commit to support the Kenya Kwanza agenda in the House by bringing legislative proposals that are in line with our plan and also help in making the life of Kenyans better. Madam Speaker, I want to support this motion for school program. Madam Speaker, I know from my home area how people are suffering. I remember, Madam Speaker, one day when I was in primary school, I suffered that going to school without getting food, and I know the suffering, how those people are suffering and why we are there. Madam Speaker, this House can do a lot to save life of those people. My constituency have ever experienced this kind of drought. But now, Madam Speaker, half of my constituency, people are suffering, they are just getting one meal. Madam Speaker, this motion we need to support, and because 1970s and before, people used to get food from school. And by now, Madam Speaker, as Kenya is growing, and Kenya is where we are today, is the time we need to support this kind of motion. Madam Speaker, when I saw people going to school, and some of the people, they have food and some they don't have food. That's where, Madam Speaker, we are getting problem in our area. Madam Speaker, I will support this motion for this feeding program, so that those people who are coming from poor ground, from poor ground, they will get food from school. Madam Speaker, I will support that motion.
Thank you, Honourable Member. The next member will be